Hi there, folks. Welcome to this episode of Michael in the Backyard. Today, yeah, I did it. Bauer, Hercules. Buy a battery, get a tool. Buy a battery, get a tool. And we're going to pit them against each other head to head. And I got the boss on the camera, and the boss is also going to help me do a demonstration. So I hope you guys enjoy that. What I bought here, when I bought the tools, I also bought, face it the right way, 2 packages of saws, one from Bauer, one from Hercules. They come with a carrying case. But for this particular test, one's got a ground finish. You machinists out there will appreciate that joke. I bought 2, count them, 2 blades that are carbide reciprocating saw blades. So these actually must have little carbide teeth. It looks like there's little tiny carbide teeth. Silver soldered on there. And then this is designed for wood with nails. Now for this comparison, what we're going to do, come down here, boss. I've got 2 chunks of 4x4 that are very similar. Come in tighter in here and look at each one of these, not too tight. The camera won't focus. There we go. And very similar grain pattern. Should be very similar in toughness. And there again, 2 blades, wood with nails. But you're probably going, Michael, you don't have any wood with nails. Not yet. So in order to keep it head-to-head comparison, we're going to start cutting and slicing these wood blocks, or these 4x4s, into slabs. And we're going to see how many cuts we can get off of these batteries. With this particular saw blade, wood with nails. No nails, we're going to fix that. Believe it or not, this is a Chicago pneumatic, or Central pneumatic, that I bought from Bauer, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when we roofed the house. I wanted something that would last long enough to roof my house, but not long enough that people would invite me over to use my tools, because my tools would possibly be shot by then, and I don't like roofing. So what I did is bought one of these. And 6 years later, still works. Make sure you oil your stuff, folks. There. Now we have wood with nails. Good job, boss. All right, so what we've got here is we've got a Hercules with a 5 amp hour, 20 volt lithium battery. You buy this particular one. It's like, if you're in Inside Track Club right now, I don't know how long this is going on for. If you're seeing this, it's probably going to be the Monday before Christmas. But the time frame doesn't matter, because I don't know how long they're going to be doing this promotion. But take advantage of it. I tell you what. Buy the battery for $99.99. If you're in the Inside Track Club, I think it's more if you're not Inside Track. Get the tool for free. When you go up to the register, basically what it does is ring this up as a price, rings this up at a price for a total of $99. Here in this hand, it's the same hand, the Bauer lithium 5 amp hour battery. You buy the kit, there again, $79.99. Get the tool for free. So about a $20 difference between the two. Is there $20 of value difference? So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to compare these head to head to see if there's a difference. My bet is on there isn't, but we shall see. The cool part about these is they do have a twist lock, so you twist this around. And it locks the blade in place. Hercules has a completely different one that looks identical in every way and functions in every way, but it's different from the simple fact it's on a blue tool. If you should have seen the look on her face behind the camera, she's like, this is something she has to live with 24/7, so it's nothing new there for her. She's got the camera. She's not even keeping the camera on me. She's back in the back laughing and not focusing on front of the camera.
Here.
All right.
I'll focus on this.
Focus on Lucy. Hey, Lucy, how you doing out in the shop? Lucy bummed up her hind leg the other day. We don't know how. She went outside, and I saw her outside. She didn't run a trip, but she's got a pretty severe limp going on. So over here, what I'm doing is I've got these C-clamped to the table just to help steady things.
And your wife is weak.
And
your wife is weak.
And my wife is terrible with the camera. But so we got it clamped down so this thing hopefully don't do a bunch of this while we're trying to saw it. Now I'm gonna be on one board. I'm gonna be on one board. She's gonna be on the other board. And there again, this isn't crazy scientific, but we will see how many cuts this will make before the battery goes dead. And as you guys know, Sawzalls will run a while, but they do consume battery. Now, one of these, I believe, is brushless. And I do not believe they're not advertising brushless on the Bauer. They both feel the same.
Heavy.
They both feel heavy. So we'll see how long the boss can hang on to it. And if you see the camera jumping, that's because she's giggling in the background. All right. Are you ready, boss? All right, we're going to get the camera set up, and then we're going to get after it. All right. Are you ready to duel?
Ready.
Make sure your weapon is loaded. Well, that was only one. There you go.
I did it.
Got to keep everything equal.
I did it.
All right. Wait.
Oh.
We did it wrong. Ready?
Ready.
Battle! Go. Okay, now you want to make sure you're cutting straight.
That's not my lifeline.
Just keep this like that. This. What?
That's not my lifeline.
That's not your lifeline. No. So you see what we did here? How I was rocking it back and forth?
Yeah.
That helps it a little bit. As you can see, folks, first cut sailed through the nails with no problem. All right. Ready for the second cut?
Okay.
All right. Put it in tight here. There you go. Squeeze the trigger and... So, boss, what's your first impressions of it?
Pretty sweet.
Able to handle it pretty good? Low vibration on the hands, but that's with any Sawzall pretty much. But like she just said, she goes, we've already cut through all the nails. Yeah.
I don't even realize it.
You don't even realize you're going through the nails with these blades. And we went through 4 nails in each one. And you could feel a little, I could tell a little something, but it was barely noticeable. But so far, so good. We'll have to play the camera back and tell you. I'll put on the screen cut 1, cut 2, cut 3. She's got 2 cuts behind me, but that's fine. There again, difference in pressure, strength, and practice with the saw itself. But so far, they seem to be pretty equal. They seem to function the same, work the same. I'm curious about battery life, and something we'll never know is the longevity of the tool itself. Well, I shouldn't say never know. Eventually we'll know. All right.
keep it straight.
Trying to.
This one cuts faster. The blue one cuts faster.
You feel like the blue one cuts faster? Yeah. I'm wondering if the wood is a little different.
The blue one seems to shake more, though.
The blue one shakes more, in your opinion?
Uh-huh.
What do we got for battery life?
2.
2 solid ones. 2 solid ones. Well, so far, we switched for a little bit so I could kind of catch up number of cuts maybe. But we've done a lot of cuts so far. And the only way I'm going to keep track of it, I was going to have a container to catch each one so I could see how many I was doing in each one, but we'll just do a count at the end and kind of go draw our own conclusions. There again, I'm not saying this is a scientific test like Project Farm would do. He would do a really good job about it for sure. But so far, the tools are performing, in my opinion, equally well. She grabbed the blue one. She said the blue one seemed to cut faster. But we don't know if the wood grain's just a little bit different. The tightness of it, these boards were, basically this was old pallet wood and it's pine. So it currently smells like the Black Hills forest after a logging camp and processing and logged up and brought into the store, and then I bought it and cut it up into pieces type of smell. That's the short version. I made her giggle again. That's twice in one day. Holy crap. Maybe I'm getting my mojo back. No? She said she's wearing a mic, but she said she wasn't going to talk much, and she's proving me right. So far, we started off with a pretty decent log here so far, and like I said, we're going to continue to cut till the batteries go dead. I'm trying to keep the sawdust off the lens, and it's getting pretty dusty out here. I got a fan in the background blowing it away from our faces.
See how this does that?
What?
Just don't do that over here, on this side. Let's see how it...
I don't know.
Don't know.
Maybe there's a little more moisture in this piece. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need to readjust. I'm beginning to wonder if I got enough 4x4 here to do the job. Oh, wait.
I can't wait.
I ran into another nail or two. Dang, these boards with nails in them. That one cut slower. I was cutting through a knot. I thought maybe my blade's getting dull, but the knot offered a little more resistance. There it is. It sliced right through it, though. I wouldn't have guessed it would have cut this much.
I wouldn't have either.
How many lights you got? I got 2. You still got 2 solid ones. So far, apples to apples. These things are just
They're...
I'm impressed. You know, for the cost of it, you can't beat it. One and one. They're getting there. This one's like, won't go, it's done.
It's done.
You squeeze your trigger. You still got juice. Want me to do some?
Yeah.
Now some of you might ask, why are we rocking these back and forth? Well, as you can see, the stroke of this isn't wider than this. So doing like this helps clear the chips out and the sawdust from packing in there. It helps evacuate it so it continues to saw. If you just go straight, you're just wiggling that sawdust back and forth and creating a lot more friction than you need to. Temperature-wise, with the thermal gun, they're both running about the same temperature. This one's been sitting a little longer than that one, as you saw. This one's still got some battery. This one is... It's started back up again, but the battery's dead. This one's still got one light left. We got a couple more cuts, I think. He's slowing down now. Oop, I shouldn't have stopped. All right, we've officially ran both the batteries down to where they won't go on both tools. We'll, I don't know the tally of the cuts right now, but they both ran approximately the same amount of time. That blue light means it's connected and running.
It wasn't blue, it was red.
Why was it red?
Because I was outside yelling at Lucy.
Why were you yelling at Lucy? Are you good?
You wonder why I don't help you.
You wonder why? Well, you saw the comment that one person left that says, the boss shouldn't leave you alone so often, right?
Yep.
All right, so there's all the chunks we cut. We'll get a count
We don't.
of total cuts. Huh? We don't what?
Nothing.
We'll get a count on the total cuts on the video playback, and I'll add that in a minute. What's your first impressions there, boss? Would you buy one?
Oh, yeah.
Would you buy a battery and get a tool for free?
Sure would.
Sure would. So, has this officially been the most you've ever used a Sawzall now?
Yeah.
For sure? Yeah. Thought so. But, as you can see, both her and I were able to cut equal amounts of wood pretty much at the same... Where you going? You leaving me?
No, just put the gloves away.
Thought she's going to leave me. Unattended in the shop. Alrighty. What else can we say about it?
Nothing. They do get pretty warm, but
Temperature-wise, I shot them with the thermal gun.
what did they say?
It was about 90-some degrees.
As I say, it was quite warm.
99. This one's still... So this one's still showing 98.
Oh, there's Kurt.
This one's showing... That's hard to say. 89, 90. Really close. We'll be back to conclude this video momentarily. Alrighty, folks. The tally is in. I went and reviewed the tape. We went back to the tape. And the Hercules saw sawed 37 cuts before the battery went dead. The Bauer sawed 33 and a half cuts before the battery went dead. Now, some variables I want to throw in there. The woods could have been a little bit different. Obviously, two different operators of the equipment would produce possibly two different amount of pressures being put on the saw blades. All things being considered, it's a tie. Come on, it's got to be a tie. Those batteries, both batteries performed the same amount. Both saws performed equally well. Both saws had the same amount of temperature worked up in the body, running it steady. You saw there was a few breaks in there, but we never took more than a 1 or 2 minute break. I think 1 minute break was the longest break while I readjusted my saw cut over here on my bandsaw. And bottom line is both of these tools, I've got the batteries on the charger right now, and that's the last bit of data I'm trying to collect, is to see how fast do the batteries charge. Now, I've got them both on the charger. They're both sitting here flashing. This one's got showing 4 bars now, and this is a fast charger. Fast charger. This one's showing, get my thumb on the right side of life here, 2 lights, and this is a rapid charger. Fast charger, rapid charger, what's the difference? Is there supersonic charger? Is there plaid charger? I don't know. But they're both charging. They've both been on the charger now. I set my stopwatch for an hour, and it's getting ready to flip over. An hour and 9 minutes. So to bring that much battery charge back into it, one's 3/4 charge if you go by the, well, it's 66% charged if you go by the 3 lights, but the lights aren't always a direct representation of how much charge there is. When a light stops flashing, then they're charged. My guess here in the next 20 minutes, they'll both be fully charged. But I do know the discharge was the same. Now I did make a mistake earlier, and I put some caption down at the bottom that on this here, the Bauer does say 20 volt brushless compact reciprocating saw. Along with this one they brag about, this one just says compact reciprocating saw, and it's brushless on this side of the tool. Let's see, it also says 0 to 3,000, a 7/8 inch stroke. Does this have anything like that on it? Nah. 0 to 3,000 strokes per minute. But I can't help but believe they're pretty much identical. So, without the, I really want the batteries to be fully charged because I want to get you guys a time on back to full charge situation. One thing you still got to admit, a total of 70.5 cuts. Is that what it came out to? 70.5 cuts happened here in total on a 4x4 and pretty tight green pine with an occasional thrown in nail or 2 or 6. So I can't be unhappy about that. Okay, folks, this just in. So I put both batteries on the chargers as I showed you earlier. One's a rapid charger, one's a fast charger. The fast charger is the Hercules, the rapid charger is the Bauer. I put the timer on and I had to give up because I had to run an errand. It took an hour and a half, an hour 35, to charge the Hercules battery on the fast charger. And it was fully charged, and the Bauer was still charging. An hour later, so 2.5 hours later, the Bauer battery still was not fully charged. I had to run an errand, but it takes easily an hour longer for the Bauer battery to catch up to the Hercules. So if there was a difference between these two devices right here before you, the Hercules will charge up faster than the Bauer battery. Now, is that a result of the charger itself or the battery or how they both work together? I have no idea. Somebody that's an electronic genius could probably clue us in on that, but that is definitely a difference in the battery. So the $20 difference, is it worth that extra hour with a faster charging time per battery? So, because there again, you got an hour and a half to get it back to fully charged. Depending on how much sawing you're doing, you might need 3 batteries. If you're continuously going and tearing and you're gutting houses and doing stuff like that, and you're sawing through things, you might need 3 batteries to keep you going. And at that point, you probably need 2 chargers to keep you going. 2 batteries with 2 chargers, 3 batteries with 2 chargers, and you can keep cycling through them. Now keep in mind, when you put them on there hot, sometimes they got to cool off a little bit before they'll start charging, so you have a little more time there. Just some of the things to consider. But as far as performance goes between these two and how the blades performed on each one of these, I would say that I would have no problem going with the Bauer over the Hercules from performance. When it comes to battery and battery life and battery recharging, I shouldn't say battery life, I would say recharging. The Hercules is a clear winner there. So there, the more you know. Now you guys are informed. Now, did I waste a bunch of board here? This was all recovered, let's say salvage boards from pallets. I do that occasionally when I go to different places or at the place I work. We get something in on a big skid with big 2x4s and 2x6s and, good solid wood that I can repurpose. I get the old circular saw out there and I cut it up and I haul it home. Or depending on if I got my trailer, I'll throw it on my trailer, bring it home, and then salvage it. Just what I do. That way, I always have some wood on hand to do some of these small projects, and I don't have to run to the lumber yard just for a couple of 2x when I already have them. Anyway, I think these two tools are going to be a great addition to the arsenal that is my battery-powered empire, so to speak. I really enjoy the cordless life. There are things that do need cords. And when it comes to angle head grinders, like my little 4.5-inch angle head grinder, I do have a DeWalt angle head grinder that is corded, because sometimes you just need that extra horsepower that you can lean into it and not worry about a battery going dead and having to swap out batteries, keep batteries charged, and all that fun stuff. But with Sawzall, I am completely happy with these Sawzalls. I do have the Hercules handheld Sawzall. That's the longer, traditional looking Sawzall. And I actually got it in my car right now, along with my Bauer circular saw, to cut up a pallet tomorrow. But that's on the agenda to do tomorrow. So in conclusion, I already did a conclusion. Don't need to do it again. Pick your poison. I don't think you could go wrong with either one. Depends on what you do and how you do it and how you plan to use it. But I hope you guys enjoy this little review of these two tools. I'm not trying to be a tool review channel, but when I do see an opportunity and something that might help all my viewing audience make a good choice on tools for an economical price, I'm going to bring it to you. And I appreciate all you guys watching. Thank you very much for watching. I want you guys all to have a happy holidays. Christmas will be 2 days from when you see this video. This is dropping Monday evening. Christmas is Wednesday, so be good to one another. I wish you guys a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas. And we'll see you on the next video if I'm lucky. This is Michael saying, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. And I'm out.